people met at the Moby Dix, and he shared with us what he was doing, why he was doing it, and I was impressed with his demeanor. But after doing a lot of checking on him, I was impressed also with his commitment to the Lord. And so I invited Mike to come here tonight and share with you how in the world a preacher, a Southern Baptist preacher, gets into politics. And so he's going to speak to you tonight as he feels led of the Lord. We're happy to have his wife, Kathy, with him tonight. Would you make them welcome, and Mike, you come and speak to us as God leads you. Make them welcome.
Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity to come and to speak to you for just a few minutes tonight. I had a tie on. Brother Carl told me I could lose it, so I took it off real quick. But if it bothers you that I'm up here without a tie, you'll get over it, okay? We are glad to be here. Just thanking the Lord for what He's doing and excited about what the future might hold for us. I get asked to speak in a lot of places, and it's interesting because I get a call from somebody like the Kiwanis Club or something, and they'll say, you know, we want you to come speak to us, but we know you're a preacher and we don't want a sermon. We know you're a politician, we don't want a political speech. So I said, well, do you really want me to come or not? You know, so I had to try to figure out some way of putting together something that I could go and speak about just my experience. And I thought, what a great way just to really share my testimony about how it is that a preacher gets into politics. Now, back here in the back, I've got a little guy that follows me around a little bit. His name's Carter. He's actually hired by the Democratic Party to follow me around and try to catch me when I mess up. And but Carter has probably heard this thing about 4 different times. So Carter, I guess the Lord just wants you to hear it more than anybody. And don't worry about him. He won't bother you. But I just really want to talk to you tonight about how does a preacher get into politics. You know, 2 Corinthians 5:7 says, "For we walk by faith, not by sight." For we walk by faith and not by sight. First of all, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm 56 years old. I've been married to my only wife, Kathy, for almost 38 years. We met in 1972 at ABAC, Abraham Baldwin Agricultural College in Tifton. I came down from North Georgia to go to school there. I thought I was going to major in forestry. Thought that's what I wanted to do with my life. Kathy came up from Cairo to go to school there. We met in September and we got married in December. Between that time, she was the one that led me to the Lord. And I tell people that she led me to the Lord and then drug me down the aisle. Now, you know, seeing her who was doing the dragging, she had to have a lot of encouragement to marry me 3 months after we met. And you know, we couldn't figure out why her parents were so upset about all that. I mean, we were 18 years old. We knew what we were doing. They were about to have a stroke. I remember Kathy grew up in the church. By the time she was 13, 14 years old, she was playing the organ in the church, played until she graduated from high school. So you can imagine all the people that loved her and saw her grow up in church. And she goes off and marries some, you know, 1970s now, long hair. I had hair back then, long hair, hippie looking thing that her daddy wished, honestly, when he met me, I know he just had to think, I just wish he would just go somewhere and die. I want to tell you something, it worked out to be the greatest blessing that's ever happened to me. Getting saved, marrying Kathy, is the thing that really turned my life around. And I remember had so many blessings. My dad worked for the federal government, so we moved around a lot. I was born in Georgia. Then I moved to Florida, West Virginia, Mississippi. Well, Georgia, Arizona, then back to Georgia. Then to Florida, West Virginia, Mississippi, and then back to Georgia. And that's where I graduated from high school. So I got to the point, I got so tired of telling people goodbye that by the time I was in high school, I just stopped telling people hello. I knew I wasn't going to be there long enough to really get any friends, and so I was one of those